itasaidia kwa sababu wengi wataenda kukaa nyumbani, kwa sababu tukisema 1000 watakaa manyumbani kwa sababu hawapati chochote, Mheshimiwa Chair. Sababu unaona wengine wanaenda mpaka Ethiopia. Akienda huko Ethiopia apatiwe hiyo pesa, Ethiopia inaishia hapo kwa barabara, mafuta inapanda, saa nyingine inateremuka. Mheshimiwa Chair, ndio tulionelea tukampatia hiyo 500. Asante sana, naunga.
Honorable Jacinta. Honorable members, reading at the mood of the House, I now want to put the question, which is that 6th schedule as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Clerk, Schedule 7.
7th schedule, Part 1 with amendment as amended be part of the bill.
Honorable Chair, Finance.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I rise to move the amendment that the 7th schedule as amended be part of the bill. Honorable Chair, the 7th schedule, Part 1, is about lands, housing, and fiscal planning fees. And Mr. Chair, for the land survey, for the single plot, that is 50 feet by 100 feet, according to the finance bill, to survey a single plot, a plot of 50 feet by 100 feet, they had placed 3,000. Mr. Speaker, in the wisdom of the Finance Committee, we reduced that amount from 3,000 to 2,000, Honorable Chair. And for the case of the double plot, that is 100 feet by 100 feet, in the proposal on what was contained in the finance bill, the proposal was 5,000 for the double plot, and Mr. Chair, this committee reduced that amount to 4,000. Honorable Chair, the Committee on Finance was so considerate by increasing the land survey fees. We will be leaving out most of the vulnerable people in our community because they will have no money, or rather they will have nothing to survey these plots. Mr. Chair, we made this consideration so that even the downtrodden in our community will have an opportunity to survey their plots. Mr. Chair, raising the land survey will only allow the elites to be surveying their plots, and we will leave our vulnerable population not to be surveying their plots. So, Honorable Chair, it's in that interest that this committee considered those proposed amendments from the members who came for the public participation. Honorable Chair, with those few remarks, I want to call upon Honorable Linet Abok to second this amendment. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Honorable Linet, proceed.
I second.
Thank you. Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that the 7th schedule, as amended, be part of the bill. Members, you are now free to deliberate. Members, reading at the mood of the House, I now put the question, which is that the 7th schedule, as amended, be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk, 8 schedule. Seven, part 1.
Seventh schedule, part 1.
Proceed, Honorable.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, the seventh schedule, part 1, there was this part on the land survey and the double plot. We are done with that. Now there is this other part on for institutions. And then there is that other part for the property tax, all the way to giving evidence in court per count. Honorable Chair, I now rise to move amendment that the seventh schedule, part 1, as amended, be part of the bill. Honorable Chair, for institutions, for secondary schools, the survey fee for secondary schools as per the finance bill was at 30,000. Honorable Chair, on the proposed amendments, that figure was reduced from 30,000 to 20,000. For primary schools, the figure was reduced from 30,000 Kenya shillings to 15,000 Kenya shillings. For the additional survey per plot, for anyone who would want to have additional survey for the additional plot, the one that is not captured in the single plot or double plot, the proposed amendment in the finance bill was 2,000, and that was amended to 1,500 shillings, Honorable Chair. Then for the seventh schedule, part 1 on lands, housing and fiscal planning, that is on the property tax, the beacon showing per plot, that was reduced from 500 shillings to 1,000. The beaconing per beacon was reduced from 500 shillings to 100 shillings. Beacon replacement per beacon from 500 shillings to 100 shillings. The boundary dispute resolution per dispute, in the finance bill it was 1,000, and that was reduced to 500. Then giving of evidence in court per case, that was reduced from 2,000 Kenya shillings to 1,000 Kenya shillings. Honorable Chair, issues land in our county, they are emotive. And Mr. Chair, the moment we raise the fees we charge for the issues of beacons, the replacement of beacon, the dispute resolution per dispute, Mr. Chair, our people are going to be disadvantaged. So, and that is why, Mr. Chair, we decided to reduce this amount to some reasonable amount so that our vulnerable people will benefit. Otherwise, if we will increase this amount, our people will be disadvantaged, and we will only be handling disputes for people who have money, and in that case, our people will lose a lot. Mr. Chair, that is the reason as to why we had we reduced this amount so that our people would benefit a great deal. With those few remarks, Honorable Chair, I want to call upon Honorable Lydia Ekiru to second this amendment. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Honorable Lydia, proceed. Thank you. Honorable members, I now want to propose the question, which is that the 7th schedule part 1 as amended be part of the bill. Members, you can now deliberate. Members, reading at the mood of the House, I would want to put the question, which is that the 7th schedule part 1 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk, Schedule 8.
The 8th schedule as amended be part of the bill.
Honorable Chair, proceed moving the amendment.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I rise to move the amendment that the 8th schedule as amended be part of the bill. Honorable Chair, Schedule 8, Part 1 of this bill is on the hire of county machinery, in bracket for locals only. Honorable Chair, we pointed out one machinery in the name of multi-detector deep seeker scanner per day, in bracket per acre. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Chair, in the finance bill, they had placed 15,000 Kenya shillings for the hire of the multi-detector deep seeker scanner per day, and we considered the amendment, and that was reduced to 13,000 Kenya shillings, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, this one is the machine for gold and other minerals. And Mr. Chair, we made some consideration and we reduced the same by 2,000, just in case if the person who hired the machine doesn't get the gold or the valuable mineral. So otherwise, we just made that consideration so that in case he doesn't get anything, he can still pay the county government Kenya shilling 13,000 in the hire of that machine, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, with those few remarks, I want to call upon Honorable Pusia Lokale to second this amendment. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Honorable Dorcas, proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I second.
Thank you. Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that the 8th schedule, as amended, be part of the bill. Members, you can now deliberate. Members, reading at the mood of the House, I now put the question, which is that the 8th schedule, as amended, be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk, the 9th schedule.
The ninth schedule as amended be part of the bill.
Honorable Chair, you can now move the ninth schedule.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I rise to move the amendment in the ninth schedule. Honorable Chair, I now rise to move the amendment that the ninth schedule as amended be part of the bill. Honorable Chair, the ninth schedule in the Turkana County Finance Bill, Part 4, is about the livestock and veterinary services. That is stock auction, landing fees, and the livestock movement cess. That is for the veterinary department. Honorable Chair, for sheep and goats, what was proposed in the finance bill was 100 shillings. And in the wisdom of this committee, we made some consideration. We made a reduction from 100 shillings to 50 shillings, Honorable Chair. For cows, in the finance bill, the proposed amount was 100 shillings, and we increased that amount from 100 shillings to 200 shillings. Then for camel, what was proposed in the finance bill was 100 shillings, and we made an increase from 100 shillings to 200 shillings. Honorable Chair, we received the written memoranda from a livestock marketing association, and they were crying over the much that we've been charging them as a county in the name of the livestock movement cess. So, and Mr. Chair, we made a deliberate effort to reduce that livestock movement cess for sheep and goats from 100 to 50 shillings. Mr. Chair, and when they were providing to us, when they were making their oral submission, they told us now that that amount is high. They resorted to other ways of making sure that their livestock are moved. So they move away from the cess point, and they put livestock there on the tracks. So in a way, they were doing that so that they can afford the payment of these taxes. So I think the Livestock Marketing Association members will be among those we favored in this finance bill, because a reduction of 50 shillings is a plus to these Livestock Marketing Association members, Honorable Chair. So for cows and camel, we said this is very low. So, and we increased the two from 100 to 200 shillings. Honorable Chair, with those few remarks, I want to call upon the Honorable Member representing 𝐂𝐒𝐿𝐶 ward to second this amendment. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Honorable Member representing 𝐂𝐿𝐶 ward.
The Honorable Chair, I rise to second. Thank you.
Thank you, honorable members. I now propose the question, which is that the ninth schedule as amended be part of the bill. Honorable members, you can now debate. Honorable members, reading at the mood of the House, I now put the question, which is that the ninth schedule as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Schedule 10, Part 1.
The 10th schedule, part 1, as amended, be part of the bill.
Proceed, Honorable Chair for Finance.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I rise to move the amendment that the 10th schedule as amended be part of the bill. Honorable Chair, the 10th schedule part 1 is about the medical or health services fees. Then we have the categories of premises, so licenses. Mr. Chair, for fish shops, butcheries, meat roasting, and house keeps, what was proposed in the finance bill was Kenya shillings 2,000. And Mr. Chair, in the wisdom of the Committee on Finance, we made a reduction of Kenya shillings 500 from 2,000, so that is from 2,000 Kenya shillings to 1,500. Mr. Chair, these people are struggling. When you talk of those who are operating fish shops, the butcheries, the meat roasting, and the house cafes. Mr. Chair, at the time when the economy is struggling, Mr. Chair, you can hardly even find people in these butcheries or even in these meat roasting places. Mr. Chair, one of these fine days, just pay a visit to some of these butcheries and meat roasting places, the house cafes. You will find 1 or 2 people. Mr. Chair, Honorable Chair, is for that reason that we considered the reduction in the licenses for the medical or health services fees for the operators of these fish shops and the butcheries. So that is why we reduced it from 2,000 to 1,500. Honorable Chair, with those few remarks, I want to call upon Honorable Esther Apetet Mana to second this amendment. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Honorable Esther, proceed.
Mheshimiwa Chair, I second.
Thank you. Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that the 10th schedule, part 1 as amended, be part of the bill. Members, you can now debate. Honorable members, reading at the mood of the House, I want to put the question, which is that the 10th schedule, part 1 as amended, be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The aye of it. 11th schedule, clerk.
11th schedule, as amended, be part of the bill.
Honorable Chair, Finance, proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I rise to move amendment that the 11th schedule as amended be part of the bill. Honorable Chair, the 11th schedule part 1 is on the single business permit. Mr. Chair, this is one of the revenue streams where we get a lot of revenue as a county. So, and there were a lot of proposals that were presented by the business people, and as a committee, we had to make those considerations. For the other retailers, those in Zone A, so their single business permit was retained at 9,000. For those businessmen and women in Zone B, we again retained their single business permit at 7,000. But for those traders in Zone C, what was proposed in the finance bill was 4,000, and we reduced their single business permit to 3,000. So from 4,000 to 3,000. Mr. Chair, the business people who are doing business in Zone C, they are struggling. These areas which even do not have any kind of economic activity at their disposal. So, and Mr. Chair, it's for that reason that we made a consideration so that we can ease the burden that they have. So, going forward for the other retailers, they will be paying 3,000 instead of 4,000. For the other groceries, Honorable Chair, in Zone A, what is in the finance bill is for the single business permit was 8,000, and Mr. Chair, we equally considered them. So instead of paying 8,000, they will be paying 6,500. Those in Zone B, instead of paying 6,000, they will be paying 5,500. And those in Zone C, for the other groceries, instead of paying 4,500, they will be paying 2,000, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, we are talking of groceries. These are handlers of perishable goods, which even in most cases, these days, now that we have no power, Honorable Chair, these days now that the purchasing power has gone down, these people, even in a day, they cannot even collect to 300 shillings or even 200. So, and Mr. Chair, it's for that reason that we considered what they pay for a single business permit. And Mr. Chair, you will all agree with the proposals made by the committee. They are fair enough, and they are for the interest of the common mwananchi, Honorable Chair. For kiosks, light, stroke temporary, Mr. Chair, for Zone A, what was proposed in the finance bill was 4,500, and this committee made some consideration or rather reduction. So from 4,500, they will be paying 4,000. Those in Zone B, we reduced what they will pay for the single business permit from 3,500 to 3,000. And those in Zone C, we also consider them from paying 2,500 to 1,500. Mr. Chair, this is fair enough. So I see it's friendly to our business community who are struggling to earn anything from the kind of business they are doing. Mr. Chair, we now move to bookshops. Bookshops in Zone A, we retained the 15,000. Then for Zone B, we also retained So they will be paying, okay, in Zone A, they will be paying 15,000. We retain the 15,000. In Zone B, they will be paying 12,000. We retain that figure of 12,000. And for those bookshops in Zone C, instead of paying 12,000, they will be paying 5,000, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, the reason as to why we considered reducing this is because most of these bookshops are located in Zone A and Zone B. So, and even most of the schools, they prefer purchasing books, school textbooks, either in Zone the towns categorized as Zone A or Zone B. So you find most of the centers or towns categorized as Zone C, they do not even have bookshops, Honorable Chair. So we consider them for that reason. For the other hardware, Honorable Chair, for the single business permit, they will pay in the finance bill. They were supposed to pay 35,000, but we reduced that from 35,000 to 30,000. Then Zone B, in the finance bill, they were to pay 25,000. We made a consideration. They will be paying 20,000 instead of 25,000. And those in the category of Zone C, they will be paying 15,000 instead of 18,000 for the case of the other hardware. So we were fair enough. And this time round, we decided to heed to the calls or the plea of our businessmen and women, Honorable Chair. For the case of the single business permit for the timber yard, for Zone C, they were to pay 20,000, and we made a consideration. In the proposed amendments, they will have to pay 25,000. In Zone C, in the finance bill, they were to pay 20,000.
Honorable Chair.
Yes.
For the purposes of the answer, Zone A has 30, and you've said 25.
Yeah, Zone A, they were to pay 30,000.
Yes.
And in the proposed amendments, they will now pay 25,000.
Correct.
Yes. Then those in the category of Zone B, in the finance bill, they were to pay 20,000, and in the proposed amendments, they will pay 18,000. Then those in Zone C, they will pay. They were to pay 15,000, and in the proposed amendments, they will pay 12,000. So that is the single business permit for the timber yard. Then, Honorable Chair, we have these other proposed amendments on the informal sector, including hawkers, street vendors, and small traders operating in the street, including these are tailors, those who are working in the verandas or temporary buildings. Mr. Chair, for those who are working in the cyber cave, Mr. Chair, for those in category of Zone A, they were to pay 10,000, and that was not interfered with. They will continue paying 10,000. Those in Zone B, in the finance bill, they were to pay 8,000, but in the proposed amendments, they will have to pay 6,000. Then those in category Zone C, they were to pay 6,000 in the finance bill, and in the proposed amendments, they will pay 5,000, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, on Schedule 11, still Part 1, there is accommodation, stroke catering, and professional and technical services. So there are these other M-Pesa services. For Zone A, in the finance bill, they were to pay 7,000. So, and there is no proposed amendment, so they will pay 7,000. Those in Zone C, they were to pay 6,000. So, and we proposed no changes, so they will have to pay 6,000. But for those in the category of Zone C, in the finance bill, they were to pay 5,000. And we proposed amendment that they are going to pay 3,000. For the bank agents, those in Zone C, they will pay 15,000. So we have no any proposed amendment, so meaning they will have to pay 15,000. That is the bank agents. Then on those bank agents in Zone B, they will pay 12,000, and we propose no changes on the same. But for Zone C, in the finance bill, they were to pay 9,000. That is the bank agents. And in the proposed amendments, they will have to pay 5,000. So the reason as to why we did that is because those in Zone C, there are no even remittances from the family, friends, or relatives. So, and that is why you cannot compare a bank agent in Zone A and B to that bank agent in Zone C. So that is why we said in terms of the single business permit for those bank agents, we had to consider the single business permit charges for the bank agents in Zone C. Then there are these private education, health, and entertainment. For the video show over 100 seats, for Zone A, they will have to pay 15,000 for the single business permit, and we propose no changes for that. For those in Zone B, they have to pay 12,000 for the single business permit, and we proposed no changes for the same. And for those in Zone C, in the finance bill, they were to pay 8,000, and in the proposed amendment, they will pay 5,000 instead of 8,000. You know, in Zone A and Zone B is where we have the fans of football, the fans of these movies. So the Zone C, most of the people, they are not fans of, let's say, football and even these movies or a series. So, and that is the reason as to why we made some consideration on those video shows, the single business permits for the video shows for over 100 seats. So, Mr. Chair, Honorable Chair, by and large, we made some fair consideration to our business people. We had the written submissions, and it's through those written submissions that this committee considered those proposed amendments. So, at the moment, our fees, rates, and charges are going to be friendly the more we are going to have so many people into business, because they will be encouraged by the reduction in the charges and the rates that are being imposed by the county government of Turkana. And I want to say we will have so many people joining business, and as a result, we will even increase our own source revenue now that so many people will be doing business because the rates are somehow friendly. Honorable Chair, with those few remarks, I want to call upon Honorable Samuel Aliwo to second this proposed amendment on the 11th schedule. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Honorable Samuel, proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. As well elaborated and explained by the Chair Finance, I second.
Thank you, Honorable Samuel. Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that the Schedule 10th and 11th schedule, as amended, be part of the bill. Members, you can now deliberate. Honorable members, I now want to put the question, which is that the Schedule 10 and Schedule 11 Part 1, as amended, be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The aye have it. Honorable members, I now want to call the clerk to proceed.
Clause 2, as printed, be part of the bill.
Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that Clause 2, as printed, be part of the bill. Honorable members, I now want to put the question, which is that Clause 2, as printed, be part of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk, read the long title.
The long title of the bill, as amended, be the long title of the bill.
Honorable Chair, you can now move.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I now move the long title of the bill is amended by deleting the phrase 2024-2025 appearing immediately after the phrase financial year to read, therefore, an act of the County Assembly of Turkana to provide for the imposition or variation of fees, charges, licenses, permits, rents or rates for services of the financial year 2025-2026 pursuant to Article 209 and 210 of the Constitution and for connected purposes. Honorable Chair, looking at the long title, there was a typo error because the appearance of the financial year 2024-2025. Honorable Chair, that in itself was an error because this finance bill is for the financial year 2025-2026. So we are using this finance bill after we have approved it in this house. It will enable us as a county to begin collecting revenue for the current financial year. So, and it's for that reason, Honorable Chair, we introduced this amendment just to correct that. Honorable Chair, with those few remarks, I want to call the honorable member representing Katilia Ward to second this proposed amendment on the long title of the bill. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Honorable member representing Katilia, proceed.
Mr. Chair, I rise as I second.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Members, I now propose the question, which is that the long title of the bill is amended by deleting the phrase 2024-2025, appearing immediately after the phrase financial year, to read, therefore, an act of the County Assembly of Turkana to provide for the imposition or variation of fees, charges, licenses, permits, rents, or rates for the services of the financial year 2025-2026, pursuant to Article 209 and 210 of the Constitution, and for connected purposes. Members, you can now debate. Members, reading at the mood of the House, I now want to put the question that the long title of the bill is amended by deleting the phrase 2024-2025, appearing immediately after the phrase financial year, to read, therefore, an act of the County Assembly of Turkana to provide for the imposition or variation of the fees, charges, licenses, permits, rents, and rates for the services of the financial year 2025-2026, pursuant to Article 209 and 210 of the Constitution, and for the connected purposes. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk, read the short title.
Class 1, the short title of the bill, as printed, be the short title of the bill.
Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that the short title of the bill, as printed, be the short title of the bill. Honorable members, I now want to put the question, which is that the short title of the bill, as printed, be part of the short title of the bill. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable Chair Finance to move.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I beg to move that the committee do report to the Assembly its consideration of the Turkana County Finance Bill, Turkana County Bills number 4 of 2025, and its approval thereof with amendments. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Chair for Finance, Trade and ICT. Honorable members, I now want to put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Turkana County Finance Bill, Turkana County Bill number 4 of 2025, and its approval thereof with amendments. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, the chair will now leave the chair so that the House will resume.
Get seated. The chairperson to report.
Madam Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Turkana County Finance Bill, Turkana County Bills number 4 of 2025, and its approval thereof with amendments. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Okay. Clerk. Chairman of the Committee of the Whole to give report. To give the report.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole House has considered the bill and its approval thereof with amendments. Madam Speaker, The Committee on Finance, Trade and ICT had done a lot of work in amending all which was in the bill through public participation and also through the chair, through the committees. And they did a good job. The amendments have been done. It has been moved, and we've adopted as the committee. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Call your seconder. Chair, seconder.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee on the said report. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable members, I now want to propose the question that the Turkana County Finance Bill 2025 be read for the second time. I now propose the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I now put the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk, next order.
Order number 10, the Turkana County Finance Bill, Bill number 4, 2025, third reading.
Proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I beg to move that the Turkana County Finance Bill, Turkana County Bills number 4 of 2025, be now read at that time. Honorable Madam Speaker, this is the third reading of the Turkana County Finance Bill. And I want to thank the honorable members who have ensured that we've considered this bill. Madam Speaker, when I was moving the second reading of this bill, I had said that we are considering this bill when it's already late. The Public Finance Management Act says this bill ought to have been considered and approved by 30th of September. So, Madam Speaker, going forward, we need to do a bit of planning so that in the instances whereby we have no finances, we find other ways of facilitating this committee to conclude this business within the constitutional timelines that are provided in the Public Finance Management Act. Madam Speaker, if it were not for the Finance Act of the last financial year, it would have been very difficult for this county to collect revenue from the business community. So, Madam Speaker, this is one of the most important legislations. So because it gives powers, it gives authority to the county government to collect revenue. Madam Speaker, when we are considering a budget, in the resource basket, apart from what we receive from the national government through the shareable revenue, own source revenue is part of our revenue basket, Madam Chair. So that is why it's very important this legislation has to be considered within the timelines so that the county government will now be given an okay or consent to collect revenues. Madam Chair, it's even difficult this time round because in the main budget, we had proposed 380 million as the revenue target. Madam Speaker, in the supplementary budget 1, the figure was revised from 380 million to 1.2 billion. So, Madam Speaker, that one is only possible if this legislation would have been approved early enough to give the county government impetus to collect revenue from the business community. Madam Speaker, as I had said before, I want to thank the County Executive Committee member for Finance and Economic Planning for facilitating this committee to undertake this very important assignment. Mr. Chair, I want also to underscore the fact that a number of development partners supported in the conference facility when this committee was writing the report. A number of other development partners also supported the public participation exercise by facilitating the members of the public to those public participation venues. Madam Chair, that is something positive from our development partners. As I had said, Madam Speaker, the issue of conducting public participation is a very expensive business in this county. So if we will have a number of development partners supporting the public participation by facilitating the members of the public to the public participation venues, that will be a plus to the members of the community, to the members of our community, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, now that this is the third reading of this bill, I want to believe His Excellency the Governor will assent after we have approved this bill, the third reading of this bill, so that the Revenue Department will move with speed and ensure that they have collected revenue so that we can attain the revenue target for this financial year. Mr. Chair, as I conclude, Madam Speaker, I want to conclude by saying I want to appeal to these honorable members. Let us support the third reading of this bill so that the rest of the stages will be concluded in a few days so that the necessary can be done. So I want to thank the honorable members of this committee, the members of the Secretariat, the Office of the Speaker, and the Office of the Clerk for the support they offered to this committee when we were carrying out public participation and when we were doing the report writing of the finance bill and the annual development plan. I want to thank these members. This is a very important business of this county, but it's unfortunate the majority of the members, they have stepped outside the chamber. But for those members who have remained in the house, I want to thank them for ensuring that they have been present in the house so that we can conclude on this matter. Honorable Madam Speaker, with those few remarks, I sit and I beg the honorable member representing Lobokot Ward to second the third reading of this bill. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I second.
Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that the Turkana County Finance Bill, Turkana County Bills number 4 of 2025, be now read a third time. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that the Turkana County Finance Bill, Turkana County Bills number 4 of 2025, be now read a third time. Will as many as of the same opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk, read the long title of the bill.
The Turkana County Finance Bill 2025, a bill of an act of the County Assembly of Turkana to provide for the provision and variation of fees, charges, licenses, permits, rents, or rates for the service of financial year 2025-2026, pursuant to Article 209 and 2010 of the Constitution and for connected purposes.
Honorable members, the Turkana Finance Bill has now been passed. I now wish to direct that the Office of the Clerk to prepare the volumes for conveyance to the Governor for assentment. It is so directed. Next order.
Order number 11, adjournment.
Honorable members, there being no other business, the House stands adjourned until tomorrow, Thursday, 12th March, 9 o'clock.